Lesson 9: Islam's Gradual Spread Beyond Makkah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma akhrijna min zulumatil wahm wa akrimna binuril fahm. Allahumma aftah alayna abwaba rahmatik wanshur alayna khazaina ulumik birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Welcome to Lesson 9, Islam's Gradual Spread Beyond Makkah, of Module 2 on the Prophetic Period in Makkah, of the course on Siratun Nabi. In the previous lesson, we talked about the Prophet's visit to Ta'if. All these disappointments and persecutions notwithstanding, Islam was spreading in other tribes too, although very slowly and not on a grand scale. Its simplicity and rationality were such that it only needed to reach the ears of the people to steer their souls. For 13 years, the Quraysh did their best, very best, to stifle the new religion, but their opposition itself provided the necessary publicity. Tribes from all corners of Arabia flocked to Mecca at the time of the annual pilgrimage. Lest they should be influenced by the message of Muhammad, the Quraysh used to post themselves outside the city and warn the pilgrims. An infidel has been born in our city who dishonors our idols. He even speaks ill of Lat and Uzza, the main idols in Mecca during that time. Do not listen to him. People naturally got curious and wanted to know more about this man. A disciple of the Prophet, recalling his earlier days, stated, "When I was young, I used to hear from the people going to Mecca that a person claiming prophethood had been born there. When the news spread, most people laughed and jeered at Muhammad. Yet there were a few seekers of the truth who listened to his message and who were influenced by it." Hafiz ibn al-Hajar in his book Al-Isaba mentions the names of several companions who had come from Yemen and other distant places and, after secretly accepting Islam, had gone back to work among their tribes. The clan of Abu Musa al-Ash'ari in Yemen accepted Islam in this manner. Tufail ibn Amr of the tribe of Daws was a poet of repute who could, by his poetic fervor, sway the feelings and attitudes of the Arabs. He had come into contact with the Prophet and was so enthralled by the marvelous diction of the Quran recited to him that he accepted Islam instantly. He was able to win some converts in his tribe, but in general the tribe did not listen to him. He came back to the Prophet and requested him to curse the Daws, but the Prophet prayed thus, "O God, guide the Daws and send them to me as Muslims." Soon after, the entire tribe accepted Islam. Dhamad ibn Tha'laba was a chief of Azd tribe and a friend of the Prophet in his early years. He came to Mecca and was told that Muhammad had gone mad. He approached the Prophet and said that he could cure him. The Prophet replied, "All praise be to God. I praise him and seek his forgiveness. If God were to guide anyone, he cannot go astray. And if he leaves anyone to stray, nothing can guide him. I declare that there is no God but Allah. He is one and has no partner. And further I declare that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. It is almost impossible to reproduce the vibrating force and captivating charm of the Arabic text, which so much impressed Dhamad that he accepted Islam immediately, and through him his whole tribe submitted to it. Abu Dhar of the tribe of Gifar was one of those who were disgusted with idol worship. When he heard about the Prophet, he went to Makkah and incidentally met Ali, with whom he stayed for 3 days. Ali introduced him to the Prophet and Abu Dhar accepted Islam. The Prophet advised him to go back home, but in his zeal, he publicly announced in the Kaaba, "There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his Prophet. La ilaha illallah Muhammadar Rasulullah." He was given a sound thrashing by the Quraysh and was rescued by Abbas. Returning to his tribe, he invited it to accept Islam. About half of his tribesmen accepted Islam and the rest followed suit when the Prophet migrated to Medina. As the Ghifars were on very friendly terms with the tribe of Aslam, the latter were influenced by the former and also accepted Islam. Next meeting, we will deal with the first pledge of Aqaba, inshallah. For more similar lessons, subscribe to Wayfaring with Mansoor channel. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.